Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. Another Wednesday, another whisky review with me, Joe. So for the past couple of weeks, I've been reviewing the Jura whiskies from the Isle of Jura. This week, it's time for their 16-year-old, the Duirachs own. Can get this open. Bottled at 40%. And this is unpeated. So their range consists of peated whiskies, lightly peated whiskies, and heavily peated whiskies. The 10-year-old is unpeated. The Superstition is lightly peated. The 16 is unpeated. The 12-year-old Elixir is unpeated. The Prophecy is heavily peated, and the 21 is unpeated. And they do a few special editions. So, 16 years old, unpeated Jura. Let's give it a nose. Okay. Now this is a much more fruity affair. So it kind of reminds me of the 10-year-old, but just a lot more interesting. So they it's as if the extra 6 years have really given it a lot more depth. So I'm getting, let's have a little smell, a dried mango, a grilled pineapple, getting a lot of oak actually, so it's kind of sweet, vanilla-y, and a slightly charred oak. Then a kind of fruity, buttery note as well. Yeah, it's a kind of caramelised, buttery fruit. It's actually a pretty interesting nose. Yeah, it's all that kind of dried, tropical fruit notes. Maybe a bit of papaya in there as well. Yeah, let's give it a taste. Okay. On the palate, almost like a rum-like sweetness. I'm getting that kind of slightly buttery oak again. So kind of same with the nose, kind of buttery, sweet, slightly actually oily vanilla note comes through. I'm getting that charred note. So that kind of slightly burnt, slightly spicy oak style comes through. A little bit chocolatey as well. A mix of, say, like a mix of white and milk chocolate. Let's give it another taste. I don't know why my hand wasn't there. Alright, let's give it another taste. Second taste. Getting a lot of honey that comes through. It's fairly it feels fairly big. Like it's quite a voluptuous, kind of oily mouthfeel. A little bit of spice, a little bit of salt. Quite nutty. Again, that kind of grilled fruit thing is coming through. Let's give it one more taste for the finish. And the finish, I'm getting, there is a slight smokiness to it, and I think that's more to do with the charring of the oak, which I have mentioned quite a few times, but on the finish there's just like a distant overlying smokiness to it, which is really good. So it's fruity, it's caramelly, it's buttery, it's grilled, it's nutty, and that's like kind of slight smokiness as well. Yeah, it's a good little whiskey actually, the Jura 16. Score-wise, I'm going to give that a 7.5 out of 10. And I think it's a good value for money whisky, so I think it's around about £50, around that. Obviously check online for whatever prices, but around about the £50 mark. So if you want quite kind of a rich style whisky, good little whisky, 7.5 out of 10. Again, as always, if you've had the Jura 16, let me know what you think, or leave me a comment. Share the video to all your whisky loving friends or whatever, it's up to you. I do this just for a bit of fun for myself, so yeah. Anyway, Jura 16, Duirachs own, 7.5 out of 10. Share the video and I will see you next week, guys. Bye bye.